Hello there. Today we're going to talk about reflexive verbs. Just looking at the title or the name of these types of verbs indicates to you what they do. They're reflections. These are things we do, right? Think about looking in a mirror and what's reflecting back on you. So think about like when you take a bath. Well, you bathe yourself, don't you? You don't take a bath. Think about how confusing that would be for people who are learning English. You say you take a bath rather than you bathe yourself, right? Or when we say, "Oh, I'm going to go shave." We never say I'm going to shave myself, but that's implied in English. We don't have to say the yourself part. In Spanish, you do. In Spanish, we make it clear, am I washing myself or am I washing my dog? Because if I'm washing myself, that's going to be reflexive. But if I'm washing my dog's a direct object. So there's going to be a difference in how we form these types of sentences. And that's what I'm going to walk you through here, okay? So even though we don't include the word myself or yourself in English, it's implied, right? If I'm going to go take a bath, I'm going to bathe myself. If I'm going to go brush my teeth, I don't have to say I'm going to go brush myself my teeth. That would be totally weird in English anyway. But in Spanish, we do include that. You can recognize reflexive verbs because in the infinitive form, they're always going to look like this. So you're going to see the infinitive just like this, AR, ER, or IR verb, acostar, afeitar, arreglar, bañar. Can you see all those infinitives inside these reflexive verb infinitives? Cepillar, poner. Like we can use poner in other instances if I put the dishes on the table, right? But here we're saying ponerse, which means somebody's putting something on themselves. So these all indicate this say that's part of the infinitive is going to indicate to you that these are reflexive verbs. If you take a look at your charts, you'll see, and go to the AR tab here, here's your Spanish 2A charts, you'll see that I've put all the reflexive verbs in green so that they'll stand out for you and you can really notice these are all things people are doing to or for themselves. Notice they all have that infinitive with the say on the end. Okay, and you'll see these on all your charts right here in green. Okay? So the way to conjugate these is actually pretty easy. I don't think that this will be difficult for anybody who's in Spanish 2 or beyond. So when you see this type of verb, you know this action is something someone is doing to themselves. Okay, so all you do to conjugate is take the say off and put it to the side. We're gonna bring it actually to the front of the verb. So notice this say comes off the end and it comes to right in front of the verb. It'll be right here. This say will come off and it will come to right here. Okay. So let's see how that works. So if I have acostarse, which is an O to UE stem changer, so this O will change. So it becomes acuesto in the yo form. And if you wanted to double check that, you can go to your AR chart, you can go to acostarse, and you can see all the conjugations right here. All right, and you'll see I even placed the pronouns there for you, but I really want you to understand how this works so you can do this on your own when you don't have your charts handy. Okay, so that say that came off the end will change depending on who is the person doing it. So if I'm doing something to myself, I'm going to put me. Yo me acuesto. If you're doing something, so afeitarse, to shave oneself, is an AR verb. So I would say tu afeitas, but who are you shaving? Oh, yourself. I'm going to put that te right here. Tu te afeitas. Nosotros nos arreglamos, because arreglar just means to fix or to arrange. So I can arreglo mi carro. I can fix my car. Arreglo la sala. I straighten up the living room. But if we say nos arreglamos, now we're straightening ourselves up. We're getting ourselves, maybe our hair is all messy or our clothes are all disheveled or whatever. So if we say nos arreglamos, we're getting ourselves ready. We're getting ourselves all fixed up. If I say ellos se bañan, well, they are taking a bath. Now I can say ella se baña, él se baña, ellos se bañan, ustedes se bañan. That se goes for él, ella, usted, ellos, and ustedes. The third person singular and the third person plural. So let's scroll down and see a few more examples of how that works in practice. So me is to myself, te is to yourself, se can be himself, herself, or yourself, as well as themselves and all of yourselves, and nos is for ourselves. So these are your pronouns that you're going to put in here, your reflexive pronouns that you're going to use with these verbs, okay? So all you have to remember is that you conjugate the verb for the subject of whoever's doing the action, and then you place that pronoun that was at the end, that say at the end, you change it for whoever you conjugated the verb for, and you place it right before it. Yo me afeto. That say is no longer a say. Notice how now it's me, because I'm talking about myself. So from the verb vestirse right here, we take the say off the end. We conjugate this IR verb into the nosotros form. And so we can look on our charts, on the IR chart, and we can see the nosotros form is right there. So vestimos, and then the nos goes right in front of it. And as you look at your charts and look at all these green ones, you can see they're all conjugated for you, but I want you to also get in the practice of doing this for yourself. Okay? So that is all there is to know about reflexive verbs. If there is anything that you would like help with, please let me know. But otherwise, don't forget to refer to your charts. They will definitely help you. And pay attention to those endings.